Now, when the original Super Mario Bros. Came out, it changed the gaming world for good, and Nintendo basically became rich thanks to that. It was released for the family computer and Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985. It shifted the gameplay away from its single-screen arcade predecessor Mario Bros. And instead featured side-scrolling platformer levels. While not the first game of the Mario franchise, Super Mario Bros. Is certainly the most iconic, and introduced various serious staples from power-ups to classic enemies like Little Goombas, to the basic premise of rescuing Princess Toadstool from King Koopa. As well as kicking off an entire series of Super Mario platformer games, the wild success of this game popularized the entire genre. And thanks to that, rumors began to emerge about things that are hidden in this game. You couldn't Google stuff like this after all. So today we will look at one specific thing: the hidden worlds that existed in the game according to some. When the game hit the shelves on the NES in North America, several rumors went on about how you could access a secret world 10-1. People tried everything to get into it. However, there's no way of doing this because it was proven to be false. However, where did this rumor come from then? Does it make sense in any way? Are there really hidden worlds in this game? Well, actually, there are. And evidence for all of this was pretty solid because the first Super Mario Bros. Game was a bit weird. There are two things that people used as a way to sell this rumor to others, and the first one is related to the console it's on.
Because thanks to how the Famicom games were programmed when the Game Genie came out, you could use a code to access a world labeled 10-1. The video game cheat cartridge was originally designed by Codemasters and sold by Camerica and Galoob. The first device in the series was released in 1990 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. With this, you could temporarily modify game data, manipulate various aspects of games, and sometimes access unused assets and functions. This created a perfect fake world that everyone would fall for, but in the end it was just a botched graphical version of World 1-1. So really, it was just like using an in-game Photoshop to change numbers. It was just a simple hack and change of values. Now, this was quite a good way to fake it and convinced quite a lot of people. However, you could figure out that it was just a cheap trick by going into a level. So it's certainly not perfect, but there were other things they used to try and trick the masses. We all know that the game had a total of 8 worlds in the end, and the 10th one doesn't exist. However, there are actually 2 others in the game that are real but weren't supposed to be there. A place called Minus World. This is a glitch level found in the game, and it's an underwater level exactly like World 7-2 in geography and enemy locations that cannot be finished due to the pipe at the end being glitched and taking the player back to the start. Meaning that once there, Mario or Luigi is doomed to lose all of his lives by either running out of time or being defeated by enemies. It got its name from the fans because the world level screen displays it as World -1, and that's because of a glitch in the panels displaying the numbers. The minus world is actually World 36-1, but the game displays a blank graphic for the number 36, so all the player can see is the -1. So it could be that the rumor of World 10 is related to the strange situation, although we aren't sure about this. Now, you can access this world by going to World 1-2 and standing on the pipe that leads to the goal pole at the end of the level. Then move to the far left end of the pipe, then duck while facing left and jump. While in the air, the player should move right, so that when he's about to come back down, he should be just under the ceiling next within this moment. This is one of the ways to do it, and pulling this off is quite difficult. However, it's certainly interesting to see. This glitch was of course removed from remakes like Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario Bros. Deluxe.
So this hell-like level that you're stuck in forever could have contributed to the World 10 rumor floating around before the year 2000. However, since it says World -1 right off the bat, it's not very likely that people thought this world was the legendary World 10 itself. But it could have convinced people that a lot is possible in the game. However, in the end, there was never a World 10. Even when we look in the files of the game, there's nothing to be found. There aren't any beta elements of this world anywhere in the game, because the game was developed using a 256 kilobit cartridge, and due to technical limitations at the time, several tactics were used to save cartridge space. For instance, clouds and bushes in the game's backgrounds used that same sprite, but just recolored. Sound effects were also recycled. For example, the one that plays when Mario is damaged is used as the one when he enters a pipe as well. This sort of applies to Mario jumping on an enemy and swimming in an underwater level as well. So even if Nintendo wanted to add something like this to the game, then they would have some problems down the road. And so we ended up with 8 worlds total, and a glitched one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to watch more videos, be sure to click the annotations, click the bell button, subscribe, it all helps. And I just hope you had a wonderful time, because that's what we do it for. Yay! Also, we're doing 2 videos a week now.